So hello, welcome to late. Oh my gosh.
The intro is just a bunch of laughter.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
it.
And some who was at the Decemberists. I'm sorry. Please don't file a copyright claim against me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I meant to turn off the music. All right. Welcome to Corin and Arthur Late Night Chat Time. Hello.
Hello.
Again, hello is not part of the title. I was just saying hello to everybody. Uh, you and the people in the chat that have decided to join us,
Hello,
which
people
is
in the
very
chat.
lovely. So we do this every. Sorry. So if you're in the chat and you already listened to that first bit, I'm sorry. We're just gonna repeat the same thing again. So,
You know what? It wouldn't be us if we didn't.
we do this every Saturday night
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock Central Time. Figure that out for yourselves. I'm not your mom. Um, so we do this every. I'm old enough. I'm 56 years old.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
I'm
have a
7.
uterus though.
But
So
I could have come out of your butthole.
well, you are a piece of shit.
I
Oh, okay.
cannot believe you just said that about
So
me.
we do this every
No.
Saturday night at 9 o'clock Central Time, and we do it live on twitch.tv/The Rogue Arthur. I'm gonna keep doing the same joke every time.
Never gonna stop.
Never gonna stop because I love it. So
Work hard, play hard.
if you're in the live stream chat, feel free to leave questions. You can always email us at cornandarthur@gmail.com. And of course, this will be uploaded to YouTube later at youtube.com/The Rogue Arthur, because that's the name I chose. So yeah, we're just gonna start over. I cut you off earlier. You were telling me a really boring story about working, but that was before I cut you off for the first intro. But now, now we're doing the second intro. So, how was your week? You said you've been doing a lot of opening shifts, which means early mornings for you.
8:30s, yeah.
Ooh.
I usually wake up at like 12 and then having to get up at 8 because I don't even put any effort into getting ready. It's literally pants, shirt, shoes, and I leave. That's it.
Oh my god, that's like me in the morning. I just like get up, like see how the cookie crumbled with my hair, because it's either like, oh, it looks pretty good, or it's just like a mess.
Yeah.
And then I either try a little bit to like fix it, or I just give up and cry a little bit and just go to work.
Yeah, because you know what? If anybody has any issues with that, you punch them in the face and
Yeah.
get on with your life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so, yeah, thank you. You're so, you know what you're talking about.
I know the way to get through things. You just punch people. It's all right.
Yeah, that's perfectly normal and okay in the society that we live in.
Yeah, just go up to people and punch them. No, wait. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. Please.
So, for those of the viewers that were here last week, they'll know that you had an issue in the household there, and I was just wondering if you've had any issues with that again, or if you guys are good.
No, we are good. There is no more lice. You can say it. It's all right.
Okay, I just it scares me. Bugs really terrify me. They give me the
Yeah.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, but I mean, I live with kids, so
What can you
it's
expect?
expected to happen. Yeah, that's
Kids
like
are like cesspools of just disgustingness. I mean, they're
literally
great, but like they're disgusting.
sometimes. Okay, let me just say, we went to go see Star Wars: The Last Jedi
You
today.
can't even talk to me anymore. Okay, that's it for
I'm
the
not gonna
show this
talk-
week. Thanks for joining us.
Listen, I'm not going to talk
You
about the movie.
ruin it. I will ruin you.
I swear to God, I'm not talking about the movie.
Okay.
I just want to say, my sister is 27, and I'm 20. We took 3 little kids, 10, 7, and 6, out to go see this movie.
Oh my
We had
God.
a kid in between, the kids in between us and us on either end, and Damien was fine, the oldest. He was fine because he wanted to see the movie. Brooklyn didn't want to see the movie, but she was respectful. Dominic literally was sitting there. What is he doing? Oh my God! Wait! What is happening? Like that loud.
Oh,
and that
okay. I thought you
shrill,
were
and I'm
talking like I would. Jeez. Okay, so
what did
he
you
was
think
just.
I meant?
I thought you were. I don't know. I thought something was happening in your the place that you dwell in your dwelling. Um, so I thought
Oh.
like you were being outraged by something, and I was kind of concerned for your health. So I'm sorry if you.
No, I had to watch him. He was like my responsibility because he was on my side, and he just wouldn't watch the movie. So I missed like the first hour because he wouldn't stop, and he was like kicking a seat, and he was like going like that, like over and over. And I was literally so frustrated. Like I don't know how I didn't like jump over the little barrier and let myself fall. Like
Was
I was
it
so tempted.
like were you up on like the mezzanine or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yep. I was literally about to be like, goodbye, I'm gone.
Oh my gosh, the mezzanine. I don't think that's what it's called. So I'm
No, but
sorry.
like it was close enough. I know what you
Who
meant.
gives it? So don't tell me anything else. But did you enjoy it?
Yes. What I did see out of it, I did enjoy it.
Oh my god, yeah.
You need to see it. I know you're seeing it on Monday,
I
so next
believe I'm
week.
seeing it with my
Oh,
sister, maybe
okay.
sisters, and maybe my mother. Well, it just
Hi,
depends on
Rhonda.
who's around. Like, yeah, I need to stop bringing her up. It's getting embarrassing. Um, but
No,
I am gonna go see it on Monday for sure, regardless of who wants to go see it with me.
I might have to go alone, and you know what? That's okay.
That's okay. I'm used to it. Um,
But I
so
no.
okay. Well, the kids. You know, they're kids. What can you do? I mean, you can like, I guess, abuse them, and maybe
Uh,
they'll stop. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, wait a second. No,
Sorry, it
no,
sucked
because it's
a
like
bit
you
of
try to
ranch in my throat.
bribe them, but you can't do that because if you bribe them, then they're never gonna learn. But it's like I literally at that point was just like, you know what, like, because he was mad because we bought a large popcorn and he ate
It's
all of it.
pronounced popped corn.
Popped corn,
Hmm.
is that a Midwestern thing?
No, that's actually how it's pronounced. But carry on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Then where's the PED? I'm confused. Anyways, yeah, so we we bought a large popped corn and and first of all, I'm stupid because I didn't know that there was refills. So I went back out and bought a $10 popcorn for him
Again,
and
like a second one.
popped corn. Yes,
That
I
is
bought a second one.
$20 in popped corn.
I didn't buy the first one. The first one my
Okay.
sister bought. So I bought the second one. And then I was like, I'm stupid. I could have just brought that out and got it. Because he was like, oh yeah, just bring it out and get it refilled. And I'm like, what have I done? Literally, what have I done?
What have you
And
done?
I spent $10 on popped corn. But he just wouldn't stop. And I was like, why? And he goes, I hate Star Wars. And I'm like, you have like the little dude on your bed. What are you talking about? The little not R2D2, the other little bot. It's like
BB-8.
uh
Yeah, yeah.
BB, yeah. He has like the plushie, big plushie of it, and he's like, I hate Star Wars. And I'm like, where? You're a liar. You're lying to me. I know what you have on your bed. So it was just annoying. Little kids. How was your week though?
I it was a week, so I kind of got into it before I realized I messed up the audio again.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I've been like I said, I was having trouble with the sleeps, and which I think I've gotten sorted out by now.
That's good. That's really good.
But there is one thing I need to talk to you about. So
I'm scared.
earlier this week, I had probably the worst experience of my life, or my
What
more
a
recent life. It was traumatizing, scarring, and
oh no.
it'll take a long time to recover from.
Oh, okay. Well, you can talk to me
Yeah,
and
so I
we
really
can get
wanted
through this. So what
to
happened?
like, yeah, I was hoping you could kind of help me work
Yeah,
through it, and
I can try. I mean, I haven't had that much experience, but I'll try. So let me know
mm.
what happened.
So I Tuesday night I went to the gym, right? And
Mhm.
I worked really hard and I threw up there, which is normal because it was a leg day and I just go ham, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Sorry, I coughed. Did you hear that? Did you hear
Yes.
me cough? Sorry.
Wow.
Um,
Look at you. Did you hear that? Did you hear me
did you hear
cough?
that? Oh my god, I have a really bad tickle in my throat. This does not bode well, friends. Um,
You just like roll on the ground as you're coughing.
right, let me just take a drink real quick.
Sip that
That's when you're
drink.
supposed to vamp, Corn. You just don't, there's no open air. Like, just what do you?
Literally, you took a sip for like a second. That was like
No, it's
the
okay.
quickest sip
So,
ever.
oh my gosh, my throat is killing me right now. Okay, so
That's just oh my god.
That's staying
Yeah.
in. Let me just okay.
That's staying in.
Let me just okay. Whew. Sorry,
Are
everybody.
you good?
Honestly, no. Okay.
Oh.
I'm
So
dying.
yeah. How about the
Just give
Yankees,
me
guys?
okay, just vamp for a bit.
Okay, let's just talk about socks. Do you guys like socks? I like socks. No, I'm kidding. I can't wear socks to bed. They make me super uncomfortable. And
Well,
pants.
so the thing about socks to bed, like I am a tall person. I have long extremities.
Okay.
And so my feet are like always cold. So in this winter, it's like I could be sweating everywhere else and my feet are ice cold.
Literally be dripping sweat down your body. The
Yeah.
sweat will roll down your feet, and you're like, oh no, I'm freezing.
This is so obnoxious, my coffee, and I'm gonna just go ahead and end it. So we're just no, I'm kidding. I
Wait,
should be good.
I didn't
I
know what you
just
meant
I
by
just
that.
like sprayed some like saline and stuff in my nose, so that should drip down in the back of my throat and feel better in a bit. So okay, what were we talking about? Socks
Yeah.
in bed. No, so I've been wearing socks to sleep in, and it's been interesting. I did not like it because at first, but I've gotten used to it. It's okay now. I feel okay with it. Um,
I
so yeah.
can't. They're so. I literally, if I fall asleep in my socks, I have fallen asleep in my pants and my shoes. That is the only way. Because
Oh,
or like if I do, like maybe very rarely fall asleep in them, like I'll like wake up in the middle of the night and they'll be off my feet. And I'm like, oh, okay.
well, that's interesting. So they just like come off like
Yeah, I guess I
naturally.
just get too hot and then I'm like, I kick them off because
You like
I get,
self-regulate. Yeah, that's good.
yeah. Yee, yee, yee.
Oh my. Okay, sorry. Um,
Wait, what?
So I was telling the story about
What
going to
happened?
the gym, right?
Yes.
I'm so I'm dying.
Oh no.
Um,
Um,
no, I'm good. So I get back from the gym and I pull in and I'm talking to my mom on the phone on my way in, and I just shut off my car. I'm parked in my driveway.
okay.
I shut off my car, turn off the headlights and everything. So I'm just sat there, kind of finishing the conversation with my mom, and it's
Mhm.
cold out. I live in Missouri, so
Babies.
I was just gonna let it like once I started to get cold, I was just gonna go in, right?
Mhm.
So I'm sitting there and we're chatting about whatever. I think I was talking
No.
to her about me not being able to sleep or whatever,
Yeah.
and just like what I should do about it. And just, I hadn't talked to my mom in a while, but uh,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
Oh, yeah.
So I was sitting there telling her about that stuff and like about the gym and how I barfed there and everything, which is pretty funny. It's a good joke.
Yeah.
Um, I noticed something kind of moving at the end of the driveway, and
Oh?
because my driveway slopes down and kind of goes behind my house, and
Okay.
up the driveway wanders a possum.
Oh
Now,
my god.
for anybody not familiar with the possum, what? And it was about 4 feet long. It is the biggest possum that I've ever seen, and that's not
So,
me just
essentially me wandering up your driveway
on all fours,
on all
like,
fours is
oh
growing.
my god, yeah. Like so, I see him like come straight at my car,
Yeah.
and I lose him because I can't see over the hood or whatever,
Yeah, you're
and
just
I
like,
kind
oh,
of I
whatever.
look out my window and I see him next to my like my passenger or my driver's side door,
Oh god,
and
okay.
then I see him go under my car, and I'm on my phone like screaming with my mom, right, and she's
Oh my
laughing,
god.
like probably crying because it's
Classic
ridiculous.
Rhonda.
Yeah, and so uh, I was like, what do I do? Like, do I get out and just book it, or what do I do? And she was like, well, just start your car and see if it scares them, and
Oh
maybe like
no.
roll it back and forth and see, like maybe
If you
you'll
kill
just
him?
end up killing it or something.
Oh my
So,
god.
which I was like, that's kind of sad because it's not my fault. It's not his fault. It's just
Yeah, he doesn't know any
whatever.
better.
So I start my car, honk the horn a few times, roll back and forth, roll forward a little bit, park it, and then I grab all my things because I had been like at work all day and then went to the
Yeah.
gym, and then I had like my gym bag, so I had a lot of stuff to get, and I was like, usually I would just get out and go to the other side, get it all out of the passenger side, and then go inside,
Yeah.
but I wasn't taking any chances. So
No, I
I
wouldn't either.
I get all my stuff like loaded up. I get out and I roll down my like driver window to see if I can hear it scurry off or if I can hear it like crying in like agony because I ran it over or something,
Yeah.
just to kind of get a an idea for the situation.
Yeah.
It's quiet. So I get out, hurry around my car, lock it, and then as I kind of come around my car to like go into my house, the son of a bitch pops out from underneath my car, hissing and screeching, and like
Oh
comes
my
at
god.
me for about like 4 feet. It ran at me. Like usually they just like freeze up and like play dead or whatever, and then they
Oh
just
my
leave you alone.
god.
But no, he like came after me screeching, and I'm like flailing, right? And so I just want to read you real quick the conversation I had with my mom afterwards because she was like, "Well, just go inside and do all that and see, and hopefully, like, it'll scare it off. But let me know what happens."
Okay.
So this is December 12th. I texted her. The fucker came after me. I started my car and everything, and when I got out, it popped out from under my car and hissed at me. And she said, "Oh God, dot dot dot. Did you run?" And I said, "The most flamboyant run." And she said, "So funny. You should have gotten a video." And I said, "At this point in my life, I said at this point in my life is such a shit show. I should just wear a body cam."
Oh
So
my god.
now when I go out to my car every morning and when I come home every night, I'm like kind of really like skittish about the whole thing. I'm really
He's gotta come
terrified that
back.
he's
He's
gonna
gonna
come
come
back.
back when you're at
Yeah,
least
because
16.
I tried to mess him up and he knows it, or she, I don't know, but it
They
was
know it.
huge. Like they're so terrifying.
I've never seen a possum, but now I'm scared to leave my
Oh
house.
my god, yeah, it was horrifying. I don't know what happened to it. If it went back under the car, it could still be in my car, waiting just to ambush me while I'm driving down the street one day.
Literally, it's just waiting. It's gonna wait. It's gonna somehow live in your car for the next 6 months,
I'm
and then
driving
it's
down
gonna
the
come
road.
out.
All of a sudden, it pops up in the back seat, holding a gun against my head.
Yo, bitch! I swear to God, you better pull over.
This is my whip now.
He pistol whips you.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. So that was my week. That was
Oh
horrifying,
my god!
traumatic. Probably the worst thing that's happened to me. Um,
I feel
and
bad for laughing, but that's so funny.
no, it was pretty funny. Like when I got inside, I was like screaming and laughing at the same time.
You're just like ah. No,
And
but
my
like
roommate
you, a
was like,
6-foot man, and a freaking 4-foot possum, just like not afraid to take you on. That's amazing.
when I got in, I was like screaming and like laughing too. My roommate was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I just got possum'd." Um, so,
Oh my god.
so that was my whole experience this week with the possum. So I survived. I don't have rabies. I don't think.
Thank
I haven't
God.
been tested this week, but
Maybe you should get tested just in case.
I should be tested for a lot of things. Well, I don't really know what that means. That made it sound a lot weirder
Yeah.
than it really was, and I'm sorry if there was any confusion there. I'm like psychosis and other issues with the brain because I'm insane in the membrane. Okay, um, so that was my fun story of the week. I hope you enjoyed that one.
That was
Okay,
insane.
well, guess what? I have, so your whole job with this podcast is to do everything, and I just kind of
Yeah.
show up, right?
Mhm.
Well, I'm showing you up this week because guess what? You have an
What'd you
assignment to
do?
do right now.
Oh
I
god,
actually found
okay.
a really good quiz that you need to take.
I'm scared.
So here we go. You ready for this? I'm not going to tell you what
Okay.
you're quizzed on, or what
Okay.
the quiz is called. I will tell you that it's from BuzzFeed, so it's obviously legitimate and
Yeah. BuzzFeed is the most legit.
yeah, a really legitimate source and everything. So,
I'm scared.
do you consider yourself a picky eater? So you have 6 options on each one of these questions, and
Okay.
I am on my side going to click one of the options that you choose. Right?
Okay.
This is how quizzes work. So,
Oh, thank you for telling me. I was unaware.
do you consider yourself a picky eater? Definitely not. Not really. I don't, but people call me picky. I'm a little picky. I'm one of the pickiest. Knowing what you like doesn't make you picky.
um, I would say a little bit.
I'm a
Like,
little picky.
yeah, I think that. I used to be a lot worse, but I think I'm more open to trying things now.
Okay. Okay.
This is
Um,
scary. I'm scared.
which new food emoji are you? I'm sorry, that's pronounced emoji.
Emoji.
Emoji?
Emoji?
Emoji.
Emoju?
Um, which new food emoji are you? Okay, well, wow. There's actually a little container of popped corn here.
Oh my god.
There's a
If I
block
don't
of cheese. It looks like a nice aged yellow Swiss. There's a hot
Hmm.
dog with one streak of mustard on it. There's a taco. Looks like a beef taco, lettuce, tomato, and cheese.
Hmm.
There's a burrito, and then there's a bottle of champagne that has been popped. So there's a little bit of bubbles coming out the bottle.
So I sadly am going to say I'm going with the popped corn because if I don't, I think it's
Yeah, it's
ruining my
blasphemous.
brand. Yeah, I can't not. My name is corn. Like you can't not. Yeah, like, yeah, yeah. So sadly, the popped corn.
Okay, popped corn. No, I mean that's not sad. Popped corn is a good emoji. If I
I
had to
had
pick
I had
one of
one.
these emojis, I'd probably go with the hot dog, just for my own
Well,
personal sake.
yeah.
What?
I if it there wasn't the popped corn, I would definitely go with the hot dog because my best friend always makes a joke that all I eat is hot dogs, and I haven't eaten a hot dog in like 6 months. But
Wow.
I used to eat them all the time, so she makes a joke, like, I could be eating, like, a salad and she'd be like, "Oh, nice hot dog."
You know
Like,
what
it's
you
so
should
bad.
do? You should go get a hot dog next time you see one, man. Because hot dogs are good. I don't
We had
recommend
some
them every day. But yeah,
they're good, just don't look up how they were made.
I mean, I don't care about that. Like, I would eat literally like a dog if it would taste nice. Anyway,
Oh my
um,
god! Beautiful.
which cooking competition would you want to be on? And we have
Uh,
Chopped, Top Chef, Guy's Grocery Games, which is Guy Fieri, by the way. Worst Cooks in America, Cutthroat Kitchen, or Food Network Star.
I gotta go with Guy, my guy.
Okay, of course, Guy
If
Fieri.
I Fieri, if I didn't go with Guy Fieri, who would I be?
So this is a really difficult question to ask and for you to answer, but I'm gonna do my best at
Okay.
describing the cats in the following pictures.
Oh my god, okay.
But pick a cat to snuggle with.
Oh god.
So first pickup, we got a little a boy. It looks like it's a cat.
Alex and
In front of a bouquet of daisies, and he's got beautiful blue eyes, but he's also posed with both forepaws, his front two paws, up on a basket handle, and inside that basket is a bunch of delicious looking apples.
That's so cute.
Right? It's very cute. I will tell you that that is a cute picture. The next one's a nice, beautiful yellow tabby posed in front of some yellow flowers of some sort. They look like really big dandelions almost.
Okay.
He looks very stoic and like he's looking at a bird in the distance.
Oh, so he's looking at his prey. Oh
He's
no.
thinking about pouncing. This next one looks like a Maine Coon, and it looks like he's in a garden.
Okay.
He's very stoic as well. He's looking off in the distance and into the sunrise. It looks like there's some cabbage planted around him, so he is for sure in a cabbage patch.
Cabbage Patch
Uh,
Kids.
yeah, it's
This
a
is not
good one.
sponsored.
The next image is a black cat with green eyes, and in front of his face is some blades of grass. The
Mhm.
background is white, and this cat's got his ears back. He looks very mischievous, like he's doing some goofy shit.
Oh no. Please,
uh,
Mr. Cat.
the next image is kind of lame. It's just a black and white cat. He looks nerdy as shit. There's some flowers in the
Nerdy.
foreground. And then the last one, there's a beautiful wicker basket filled with red, yellow, and green bell peppers. And
Oh.
in the background, I see some parsley and maybe some cilantro. But there is a nice white and yellow tabby cat, and he looks very. He just looks like he's very content, kind of posed with kind of a side pose, looking at the camera. Um,
Yeah.
very playful. So, which of those cats would you want to snuggle with?
100% that little Daisy cat. The
The
first
first
one.
cat in front of the
Yeah.
daisies with the basket of
Yeah.
apples. That is a
Yeah.
good choice. Okay.
That cat sounds super cute.
He
My
is.
heart.
He looks really cool, and he seems helpful if he's helping picking those apples.
Picking an apple.
I don't really
What
have a
did you do?
stutter. I just did that for comedic
Pick it.
effect. How often do you make dinner? All the time. I like live in the kitchen. I live in the kitchen. Ugh. A few nights a week, once a week tops, rarely, but I want to cook more, only for special occasions. I don't even know how to use my stove.
Well, I mean, this is gonna sound bad, but like I'm 20, so like I don't cook. I can make myself food, but so I would probably say the second one a few
A few
nights a
nights a
week.
week? If you
Yeah, but I'm
prepare
not like
food for yourself, I would say that that's a few nights a week.
yeah,
Like
but
if
I mean
you, yeah.
I'm not like you, Arthur. I can't do what you do. Like you literally will prepare for like hours. Like I'll like throw on like a pot and be like, okay, here you go, I'm good. So
S-
but I mean, yeah, I'll cook for myself more often than not. So
That's good. That answers that question for sure. I would assume so. You know, right?
heck
We answered it. I clicked the
yeah.
button. Which new TV show are you obsessing over? Scream Queens, Supergirl, Heroes Reborn, Rosewood, The Muppets? None of the above. I didn't realize that The Muppets was a new show. Has it been
um,
canceled yet? When was this quiz created?
I don't know, but none of the above because I don't think I've seen any of those shows.
Okay, well, I would have said Supergirl because it's great. All right.
I haven't watched it.
Which
I'm bad
Disney
at
food
TV.
items look the most delicious? All right.
Oh
So
Jesus, here we go
we
again.
have Wally's Twinkie.
Uh,
There's like a cockroach in it that's really gross looking.
oh
Mulan's
my god.
breakfast, the one that Mushu makes her, with the bacon and eggs face on like
Yes.
the porridge, or it's no,
Yep.
it's rice, isn't it?
I think
Uh,
it's rice.
Kronk's spinach puffs.
Oh, I do like me some
We already.
spinach.
This is the second Kronk reference because you brought it up earlier. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk. I did.
Pinocchio's pie. Tiana's beignets.
Okay.
Or Remy's ratatouille.
I'm gonna have to go with the spinach because I love
The
spinach.
spinach puffs.
Yeah. Spinach
All
is
right. Well, I'm quite disappointed in you, Corn,
why.
but I shouldn't even call you that anymore. And
Wait,
I guess
you're
I should just start the show over. So here we go. Hello, everybody, and good evening. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Broccoli and Arthur Late Night Chat Time.
what quiz did you just take?
So we had to change the title because Corn, or the person formerly known as Corn, is actually, from what BuzzFeed says, the vegetable that is most like her is actually broccoli. You're misunderstood. You're underappreciated, but you're full of fiber and don't care who knows it. Right.
Crap. I love me some broccoli.
I'm telling you, broccoli is so good. And
Honestly, like,
if you don't like broccoli,
oh,
let's talk. I'll listen to your point of view, but I won't appreciate it.
I won't listen to it. You can leave right now. Get out of this stream. I don't want you here.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through our emails, and we're gonna power through some of those real quick. How's that sound?
Okay. All right,
So,
let's do it.
if you want to send us questions, concerns, if you want advice about stuff from people who are not qualified to give advice, feel free to
Oh,
email
yeah.
us at cornandarthur@gmail.com.
You could do it
Uh,
right now if you want to.
You can do it right now. I have it open. I'll see it. I'm not going to respond to you because I already have the ones that we're going to go through picked out. So,
Yeah, we can leave that for next week.
yeah, so definitely send in some stuff if you want. I will go ahead and say that if anything that you send us has legal ramifications, I probably won't read it on air, and also I would have to probably do the moral thing and report it to proper authorities. So not that that's happened, I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we this one comes from Hannah. The subject is hello. And this is of course sent to cornandarthur@gmail.com. So if you want to send something to us, go ahead. So Hannah says hello, and then the body of the thing says the Fitnessgram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly but gets faster each minute after you hear the signal. Beep. A single lap should be completed each time you hear the sound. Ding. Remember to run in a straight line and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap before the sound, your test is over. The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start.
Okay, bye.
All right. Well, thank you, Hannah, for that. I didn't find the question in that. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to respond to that, but I'm
It was
thankful that
essentially
you
a
sent
statement.
that.
Yes. Please do send us more, but try to include a question next time.
Well, you don't have to. You can send us whatever. I thought
I
that was
mean,
very funny. That was
it
actually
was
the
definitely
first email we
funny.
received, so I wanted to read it out because I was very thankful that we got
It
that.
was very beautiful.
Also,
Thank
hey, while I'm thinking about it, I want to shout out. I believe it's Crispy Fries on Twitter for making our thumbnail, and they drew like a really like cutesy
you.
little corn, and I think I'm depicted as a watermelon wearing sunglasses, which is pretty
Yes.
badass. So that
It's
goes on our
amazing.
YouTube
Thank you so much.
and the pre-stream thing too. So very fun stuff there.
You were awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I moved stuff around and I edited a little bit, but yeah, full credit where credit's due. This one comes from Vanessa. How do I drop out of college without disappointing my parents? That's a really hard one. So my first question would be, why do you want to drop out of college? Now, if you're giving me some shit like, oh, it's hard, it's harder not having a degree and trying to get jobs when there's no jobs anyway. Because guess who's gonna get those jobs before you? The person with the degree. So, uh,
Yes.
it's also cheaper to defer student loans rather than to have to start paying them.
Yeah.
So, that's my first statement. I don't know if it's truly something that you don't want to do anymore. I mean, obviously, I'd hope you'd have a good reason, right?
Yeah.
What would you say? I mean, I think stay in college, like even if you don't really know what you're doing or don't know how to do what you're doing, fumbling through it can be one of the like biggest learning situations. I mean,
Hmm.
unless there's some other stuff like happening that you can't really control, in which
Yeah.
case I feel like your parents would approve or understand at least. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, what would you
Um.
say?
Well, as somebody who's like taken time off college, I think it depends on what you're going through and like how you feel. Like sometimes it can be something that is very overwhelming. Like I mean, the first year is definitely overwhelming, like regardless. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'll shut up.
anyways, thanks, mom. Um, but I think it's just if it's something you need to do, like then I think your parents will understand, or at least they'll come around to it at
Yeah.
some point. So, maybe take some time off first before you decide that you really don't wanna go back. So,
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
do that.
long story short, we should just I would say really assess why you don't want to do it anymore and
Mhm.
what is the alternative to dropping out? Like so if you drop out, what do you do then? Do you have a job lined up? Like yeah, college is hard and it's really annoying and late nights you're studying a lot and blah blah blah, but like it's better than the reality of having to just get a job and start doing what adults do and that's boring.
Yeah.
I'm actually considering going back to school myself,
You
but I
should.
would have to
It's
work
really
and go to school, so it's going to be even harder. So do it while it's easy. It's really
Yeah.
when you don't have a lot of other stuff going on because it's hard to go back because the older you get, the more tired you get, and the worse your body feels. Um, so yeah, Vanessa, thanks for. She also included another question. If that one was too real to answer, which nothing's too real to answer unless it's illegal. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
um, all expense paid trip, Corn. Where would you go? Who would you bring? And what would you do?
Oh, man, okay. This is I'm gonna be cheesy and say go to Disney because I love Disney. Don't judge me.
Disneyland or Disney World or just the
Disney
tomb of
World.
Disney, Walt Disney.
Yeah, I'm gonna go visit Walt Disney's grave.
I
Just
don't know where he's
drink
buried.
up.
Is he buried on Disney World or like because he used to live in Missouri here, like up the road. So I wonder if I don't know.
Let's see. Wait, what? I don't know. It doesn't
The
say.
world
Google
will
doesn't even
never
know.
know.
Yeah, we
I'll
don't
call him
know.
later and ask him.
Yeah, call him later and see where he's buried so we know.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think I'd probably go to Disney, or I've really been wanting to go to Iceland. My sister
Ooh.
just went
Yeah.
for her 27th birthday, and she just got back, and she got me this cool little, did I bring it upstairs with me? I don't think I did. But it's like a little, it's just like a picture of the Northern Lights. So it's, like, really cool, and I wanna see the Northern Lights, and go to the Blue Lagoon because that looks freaking amazing.
Yeah, where it's like crystal clear blue water.
And go
Oh.
hiking because just, like, everything in Iceland just seems so beautiful, so, like, I was thinking about going there for my birthday, but, like, I'm not going
It's
alone.
expensive. So yeah, you answered where
Yeah.
you would go. Who would you bring with you?
You, Arthur?
Oh, okay. Wow, that's sweet.
I'd
That
probably
would
bring
be
Shy
actually
too,
really cool.
and Lucy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It would be, like, the 4 of us and just
We would get up
have
to it would not be uncomfortable because I'm, like 5 times your guys' age, but whatever. Um,
fun.
it's
You're
fine.
not that much older.
I know, I know, I know. I play it up because it makes it less weird for me. Um, so and what would you do? You kind of answered that. You
Yeah.
would go to the
Yeah.
lagoon. You would hike and look at mountains and shit. Um,
Eat lots of food too.
that's a good one. My coworker, the assistant store manager where I work, she just got back from Europe and she did like a huge tour of like
Mm.
Ireland. She went down to France for a bit. She went to Paris, and
Ooh, I want
then which she said sucked, by the way. She said it was dirty. Sorry for the French people that
uh
are offended by that, but you're French, so why are you offended by everything? I say as an
literally true.
American who gets like yeah, Americans get butt hurt about everything.
We do.
Um, it's ridiculous. So
It's very sad.
we oh, she was telling me about it, and I just was getting really jealous. And apparently, like Dublin is like one of her favorite places to go. Um,
Oh,
yeah, like she left London 2 days early and went back to Dublin just to like hang out and like walk around and stuff.
that's so cool.
So if I had an all expense paid trip, I would definitely go and kind of tour around Europe for sure. Like I've been to Amsterdam for like a hot second, so I want to go back there. I want
Mhm,
to go to Ireland for sure, and maybe England. I don't know. I've been there once. It's okay. Um,
mhm.
definitely like the Netherlands and
Yeah,
the Scandinavian countries would be really cool too.
my
Uh,
friend's in Denmark, so, like, that seems freaking cool. She's in
yeah.
Copenhagen.
Oh, that's cool. I'm
Yeah.
jealous.
I
Um,
like, she was like, "Come," and I'm like, "Ah, I got no money."
who would I bring? Honestly, this isn't me being shitty. I think I'd rather go by myself and just kind of like
Understandable.
be on my own. I mean, I'm like a true introvert and stuff, so it makes sense that I
I get
just
it.
don't want to be around people. But
I get it.
like for this case, I think I would rather just kind of like go and do my own thing and like talk to people and not be like
A true
tied to
introvert.
another person. Like even if I knew
Yeah.
somebody there, I feel like that would even be like a kind of counterproductive of what I would want to do. So I would
Mhm.
just like yeah, go about my own business.
Which is very understandable. That's what my sister did. She didn't wanna be tied down to anyone.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's where I would go. That's a good question, Vanessa. Thank you. That one wasn't too real, but I enjoyed it.
Heckin' good.
Heckin'
Thank you.
good. Heckin' yeah. Heckin' woo.
Heckin'
Let me
yeah.
tab out because I've been trying to play. I forget that I'm playing a game, so there's like something somewhat interesting to look at. Um, let's go back. We have okay, so we have an email from let me see this. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Sorry, I was just reading it because I wanted to make sure it was appropriate, and I think this is good. This is good. We might be able to help with this. Okay,
Okay.
so this is from. Do you want me to say your name? I don't have to, or I can if you want me to. Um, so I'll just read the email, and you can. I think she's in chat. So, uh, okay. So there is this adorable girl at my school, and I have a huge crush on her, but no one knows I'm bi, and I don't know if she is bi. Help. As
Oh.
a girl corn,
Me, me, me.
what are your because
Me.
I know like but I have like I guess I have kind of like the age thing going, so I kind of know what's up.
Yeah.
Um,
You have a
So
little bit more experience.
kind of. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so it's Mia in the chat. That was who sent that email. Thank you very much. This is good. This is good stuff. Good juicy stuff. Um,
Well,
not that juicy, but
as a girl, no,
okay, okay. As a
yeah,
girl, I
as
do
a
actually
girl,
have.
yeah, I am as a pansexual woman. um,
Yes.
I mean, it's hard because like if she's a friend and you don't want to ruin anything, then it's like, okay, I get it. You kind of want to just play it cool, but I mean, if you don't necessarily really talk to her and like, I mean, I would just go for it. The worst she can do is say no, and that she doesn't.
Yeah.
And I get like the no one knows, and it's like kind of worrying because you don't want to just say hey, and and then everyone knows or whatever. But like, if you really like her, go for it. Like, talk to her. See, like, maybe you can kind of ask her without, because like it's not really a weird thing to ask nowadays what someone's sexuality is when, it's 2017.
Yeah, I would say there's no problem with being honest because tormenting yourself with what ifs is unnecessary and is so
Yeah.
much worse.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the sooner you kind of get it out in the open, the sooner you can either kind of like start getting over it if it's not going to be a thing, which again you can't be mad about because people are people.
Yeah.
But you also have to do what's best for you. So yeah, so the earlier you kind of get it out there. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah. I just like choked
Okay.
on my spit. It was very weird. Come
Um,
on.
yeah, I mean, there are ways you could probably like kind of skirt around the subject and like bring it up, and I don't know. It
Mhm.
just depends on how close you are.
Yeah,
Um,
like if she's not a friend, then it's kind of I feel like maybe it's a little easier to say something because then like if let's say she doesn't like you back, then it's probably a little easier for you to not talk to her. Whereas
mhm,
like if she's a friend, then like you'll kind of feel obligated to still talk to her.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's really just like whatever the situation is. Um but like I feel like life is so short. And I'm not trying to get super deep, but like life is super short, and if you like her, then maybe just go for it. And then if she doesn't like you back, then the thing you have to do is move on, and then one day you'll find somebody that you really like and likes you back. So,
Yeah, there you go. Life's go for the yes, right?
life's like a box of chocolate.
You never know when the chocolate's tainted with uranium and you'll die. Uh,
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I like that saying.
thank you for saying that. Hopefully that's helpful. I don't know. I think we just kind of fumbled through that.
Yeah, we're not
But
relationship experts, if I say.
no, God, no, God, we're the farthest thing from it.
We're literally the worst. Follow our own
um,
advice.
so
Usually.
we got an email from somebody called Shy. I don't know who that is. And she asks, or it's Shy. She asks, is a hot dog a sandwich and why? Okay, so my name's Arthur. I have a degree in hotel and restaurant management with an emphasis in food and beverage. So I have quite a bit of experience with said hot dogs. Also, hot dogs, we talked about hot dogs earlier. This is a
We did
very
talk about
weird
hot dogs
cyclical
earlier.
podcast or episode, whatever this is. Um, I think yes, we'll classify it as a sandwich. I mean, a non-conventional sandwich in the
Yeah.
way that like a hot pocket is a sandwich, right? Technically, it's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Or if you're not familiar with a hot pocket, get on board. It's 2017. You should be on.
It is
I'm getting mad at people
2017.
for not knowing what hot pockets are.
Getting really triggered right now.
Yeah,
Guys,
I'm
listen
real.
up. If you don't know what
Pissed
a
off.
hot pocket is, look it up right now. And if
I'm
you
gonna
don't
gut
have
your
any,
mom.
go get. Wait, what?
I said I'm gonna gut your mom.
Jesus, please don't do that. My mom would fight back.
I know. She just told me to shut up, so
She's so mean sometimes.
that's fine. I need to shut up sometimes.
No,
Um
you're funny.
so I think that answers that. Yes, it's a sandwich. And why? Because it's technically two pieces of bread around some kind of filling.
Yeah,
And
I
to
agree.
me, that it qualifies as a sandwich, especially if you eat it sideways.
You hear that, Brayden? It's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich. Who's that? Who are you talking about?
Brayden?
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Um, does
it's a
he
sandwich.
does he or she not know what a sandwich is? I'm just being a dick.
He does not think it's a sandwich,
It's a
so
sandwich, and
it is a
I'll give him a
sandwich.
call here in a bit and let him know.
Oh my god,
Um,
call him on stream and just be like, "Hey, I I have to tell you something. It is a sandwich." And then
we
you
need to
hang up.
we need to have a
Can
conversation.
you please do this?
You want me
Like,
to right now?
please.
Okay.
Just call him and say that and then hang up.
All right.
Oh my god.
Hopefully he's not busy, and this could be really horrible.
This could be so bad. Okay, I'm gonna
Um.
record.
Okay. Where's his number?
We're really doing this.
Okay. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? All
Yeah.
right.
To be answers.
All right. He's not answering. That's fair. I wouldn't answer either. Okay. Um. I should have left a voicemail, but whatever. I don't care.
Can't call him back now. I mean, you could.
No. I can actually never call him back for the rest of my life. It's too embarrassing now.
Or just send him a voice memo and like, you little shithead.
uh, okay, so that answers that, right? I think we got
Yep.
through all the questions that we wanted to go through
Yes.
today.
Yes.
So do you have anything, or it's getting close to the old quitting time? What do you got? Do you got anything for us?
We're gonna do a love letter.
Ooh, okay. I like these. These are fun.
These are fun.
There's a follow up for Mia in the Twitch chat. Oh my, thank you. I was really scared to ask her what her sexuality is. I thought it would be a weird question, but hearing that really made me happy. You don't even really have to pose it like a question towards her, like, "Hey, who are you?" You could just be like, "Hey, so this is a thing that I've got going on. How's that feel?" And whatever the answer is, you got to be cool with it.
Yeah.
As we're humans, we're not entitled to whatever we want, and if
Yeah.
you don't get your way, then we got to be cool with it, and that's called maturity. All right, so hopefully that answered that follow-up. So we got a love letter. Is this from what was her name? Meredith?
Meredith.
Teresa?
Yes,
Okay.
our girl Meredith.
My home
So,
slice, Mary Death. What's up, Mary? Who's got an issue this week?
okay. So this was one of the most recent ones, and literally I didn't read any of it, so I don't know how it's gonna be. I just read the title. So it says it took him a week to reply. That is the
Oh
title.
God. Okay.
And I read that and I was like, we should answer this.
Okay.
So hi Meredith. I'm writing this on behalf of my friend because I've written to you in the past, and you and your what? They spelled that. Commenters, okay, they spelled that weird, were a help to me. My friend has been with this guy for about 6 months, maybe more. They both work at a hospital. She's been head over heels for him since I met. I've met him once, and I do believe he really cares for her, but he is absolutely horrible at texting back. Not just to her, all of his friends complain about it too.
Oh my God. Okay.
He reads the text, puts his phone down, and goes about his business. This didn't affect her too much in the beginning because she lived pretty close by, but now he's gone back to a university 100 miles away, and his texting has gotten even worse. It's driving her mad, which is, in turn, driving me mad. Recently, she texted him about whether he would be free over Christmas, and it took him a week to reply. When she asked him why it took so long, he said he'd been having a hard time with his mental health, and she was sympathetic, but then he let slip that he had been partying with his friends almost every night. After she told him it was selfish to ignore her, but when all she wanted was a yes or no, he stopped replying again, and she's now giving him the silent treatment. Do you have any advice I can give her other than just dump him because she doesn't want to hear that? And then their name is Silent Treatment.
Interesting. Okay, well, one thing I'm getting there is he doesn't want to talk to her.
Yeah.
But because he's giving her the cold shoulder, shoulder. He doesn't he doesn't care, and yeah, maybe he is like he cares about her, but he's obviously not interested enough. And
Yeah.
it's never like a bad idea to like just get shit out in the open, right?
Yeah.
For her to say, look, like I don't want to be weird about it, but this is bothering me. Like
Hmm.
you're not really responding to me, and like I get it if you don't really want to talk to me anymore, but if it is something that you want to work on, or like you do want us to be a thing, then like maybe you should try a little harder.
Yeah.
Or if texting's not your thing, maybe let's call. Like
Hmm.
let's set a day like every week that we call and we just talk and we put the work in. Um,
Yeah.
because long distance that's rough, but like if you have it's the from what I've heard, it's you have to make sure you have the accountability and keeping dates between the two of you whenever you have like yeah like okay so every Thursday we get on Skype and we chat or whatever. If
Hmm.
you stick to that and make sure you have that, then you're good. And then good communication too is like the key. So obviously they're not communicating very well, so
Yeah.
there's a hitch in that giddy up. So yeah, she should put them on blast.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I like it's hard because the person said that he is horrible at texting even like his friends back,
Mm-hmm.
which like okay, some people are just bad at that. Like that's just how some people are and like it's not always necessarily because they don't want to talk to somebody, it's just because like they're just bad responders. Like
Yeah,
it happens. Like I mean, I feel like if he doesn't want to talk to her, he should just say it because if he
yeah,
doesn't, he's just leading this poor girl on who is trying to work through a long distance relationship, but he's not putting in any effort, which I mean, I feel like regardless of whether or not it's like a friendship or a relationship, you should put in effort just because otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. So like if he's expecting something to go somewhere without him like putting in any effort, then that's stupid.
yeah.
But um yeah, I think they just need to have, like, conversations about it
Good old
without, like
chat. Yeah,
yeah, cause like, I mean, she did try, but, like, if she's gonna call him selfish, she's just obviously gonna close himself out. So, like,
yeah. You can't
she needs to
attack
find a
him. You can't go
way.
on the
Yeah.
offensive because he's just gonna go on the defensive.
Yeah, so you
But if
need
you
to find a way to talk about it, but, like, maturely. I mean, not saying it wasn't mature, like, in a way you know he won't, like, shut down, cause obviously he's going through shit regardless of whether or not that's the reason he's not talking to you. So I don't know. This is hard.
okay, well, what's the expert, the person that's actually, qualified maybe somehow? I don't know. Do we know her credentials, or
I
is
don't know.
Meredith
She
just as bad as us, who just like turns
Meredith
up and
could
thinks she can like just give people advice without having any kind of degree in psychology or couples relationship therapy or anything like that? She just shows up. She thinks she can just
she probably and probably gets paid to do it.
yeah,
Let's see. What
just
did she say?
just like us.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, what does she say?
She says, "Well, my advice for her is to dump him. They're in different places geographically and emotionally. He might not even notice that she's giving him silent treatment, by the way. It seems he has other priorities right now. But because you're writing this letter, I also have some advice for you. It's difficult to watch a friend make not so great decisions about their romantic or not so romantic partners, but you can't expect your friend in particular to make a decision until she's ready. You can be helpful by asking questions instead of offering solutions.
Mm-hmm.
What would make you happy? What's great about this relationship? If she's presented with those questions, she might find a more important answer on her own. Also, if you're sick of talking about all of this, and it seems you are, you can change the subject. New conversations might help her, too. Meredith.
Yeah, I forgot like halfway through my advice that the friend was writing the letter.
Hmm.
So I meant to say, because whenever we first started reading it, I was like, why don't you like mind your own flippin' business? You know, like I get it. It's a friend and you care about him, but yeah, Meredith's right. Like you just have to be supportive, but um, also ask important questions instead of because you can't just start attacking the dude like, yeah, what a piece of shit. He's not texting you back. Cause like that
He's not
doesn't get
gonna,
anywhere.
yeah.
But like,
He's literally not gonna, it's not gonna be good for anybody in the situation.
but yeah, like a way to rephrase that would be like, so when he doesn't respond like that, what I mean, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, like tell
Oh, it
him
makes me feel
without
like
being like,
shit. Yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't seem like a good reaction.
yeah, no. Just like I think she just needs to find a way to talk about it without getting too much into her feelings, which like can be very hard
Hmm.
when you care about somebody because like you want things to work out, but like if it seems like it's like spiraling, she's gonna get very, very defensive.
Yeah, for sure.
This this poor couple, they need to just work it out.
Yeah. I mean, they're not that
Whether
far away. Didn't they say 100 miles? That's like an
yeah, which
hour
is like
drive. If you go
yeah,
100 miles an hour.
if you go on
Okay, an hour and a half drive, dependent
yeah.
on like where they live. But,
Yeah, that's
geez.
like here to like New Jersey,
I
which
mean,
isn't that bad.
I drive like 40 minutes to work every day. Like, I drive that. Like, that. I'm not
And that's
saying
every
that
day.
she should just go up and like freak him out. That's like the worst thing she could do. But, like,
Yeah, no, don't do that.
if they were really trying to make it work, like they could just like go and like see each other more, or
Yeah, because
try harder.
yeah, they easily like it's not like they're like an astounding distance. Like unless like money really is an issue, then like okay, but they're not like super far away where it's like they're like ocean separating them. They could take a bus or like whatever. Like I mean, like from here to like Boston, which is like probably like 300 miles, you could take like a $15 bus. Like you could find a way if you really wanted to work out if, like, distance is too much.
Yeah.
But, like, if they're really gonna work out, they're gonna find a way to work through the distance, like, this situation, I feel like it's very triggering just because 'cause we're, like, online people, we're online and we have, like, a lot it's just like, "Work it out, please!"
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna get into that. So, I guess that's it. I mean, do you have anything else for this week?
Not really, I think we're done, it's been about an hour now.
Yeah, it is, since I actually like kind of fixed it.
Yeah,
Turn off that's just gonna be a running thing. Like every week, I mess it up somehow, and we have to
yeah.
recover and come back stronger every time. And maybe we'll get better at this. I don't know. I doubt it.
It
Um,
wouldn't be funny if we did.
but yeah. So thanks for joining us this evening. Especially
Thank you for
you,
coming,
of
guys.
those of you in the Twitch chat, giving us questions and comments while
Thank
we're
you.
going. Um, and of course, if you want to do that, you're watching this on YouTube in the future, or actually, we are doing this in the past for your side, your point of view. You can always watch us live every Saturday night around
Yeah,
9 o'clock Central Time. That is 10 o'clock Eastern, and what, 7 Pacific? No, 6 Pacific?
6
No,
Pacific.
five? No,
6,
seven?
6, 6.
Six.
Wait,
Because
7. No, it's 7.
Mountain Time would be 8, and yeah, so 7.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep thinking from, like, if you were saying 9 here. Ugh. Time zones, they're too much.
Okay, so yeah, you could do that live. You could watch this train wreck live every Saturday night at those times that we just discussed, or you can watch this if you want to watch it again. Uh,
Yeah.
God help you. Um, why would you
I
ever
mean,
submit yourself to such atrocities? But you can do that on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, usually at least by Sunday. And that is youtube.com/therogarther. And if you want to send us questions and have us comment on things, or give you a really terrible advice or anything, you can email us at our Gmail account, which is
I love
cornandarthur@gmail.com.
it. I love it.
All right, well, thank you again, Corn. We're
Thank you, Arthur.
this is fun. I enjoy this. This is the highlight of my week sometimes.
Same. Actually, all the time, because this is all I do.
Okay, well, thank you again, and thanks and you've been listening to
Goodbye.
you've been listening to Broccoli and Arthur late night chat time. Thank you. Bye. 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 Bye.